Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Happy Easter for those of you that celebrate and happy spring for those of you that don't. Today I'm going to be talking about my Easter themed fairy garden that you can see here and how you could use a fairy garden in speech therapy. Before I get into the video, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell. So this is what the fairy garden looks like. This is my Easter theme. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen in my stories my March or St. Patrick's Day theme, but I changed it up for Easter. So let's just start with the basics. I used a bird bath that I have in my backyard, but you'll just need some sort of vessel that can hold your soil, your plants, and your accessories. Then I lined it with a plastic trash bag that I cut. And then on the bottom underneath the soil is actually rocks to help with drainage. We have some soil. I water this every other day. I just check on it. I just lightly touch the soil, see if it's damp. You don't want to overwater it, but you also want to make sure that it's sufficiently watered. Then finally, I have a few different plants here. I have some small pink flowers here. I have some different types of succulents here. I have some pansies, and then I have this, it's called dead nettle, but it's just this leafy plant in the back here. And then for Easter, I have my little bunny sign that says Easter greetings. I have this little wooden basket, this weave basket with all different colors of eggs. I scattered a few of the eggs outside of the basket. I have these little bunnies, and actually these are fun because they have wheels on the bottom, so you could race them around. I have these eggs that are like Easter egg bunnies that are super cute. I have these bunnies in carrot cars. Again, these also have wheels on the bottom. And from the March garden and items that I've repurposed are this gnome sweet gnome. I just like to have the little house there to make it really feel like a scene. I have some rocks that I have, and these are just some flat white rocks. I made a little path with them from the bunnies to the house. And then I have this little ceramic white flower pot. So that is an overview of the Easter themed fairy garden. And I was actually inspired to do this by a neighbor that lives a few doors down. I will share a picture of her fairy garden that is also Easter themed in my stories on Instagram. So how could you use this in speech therapy? As you're building it, following directions, that combined with sequencing, this could be a great activity. What needs to happen first? You put your plastic down, then your rocks, then your soil, then you plant. So this could be great for that. You could have a lot of opportunities for descriptive language and describing, working on grammar and syntax. For example, if I wanted to talk about these little eggs, you could say, how many eggs are there? And how many eggs are in my hand? Miss Carp, you have 2 eggs in your hand. And then you could say, what about now? Oh, you have 1 egg in your hand. So there's lots of opportunities for descriptive language, for syntax and grammar practice. This is also a great opportunity to practice some articulation. Make sure that before you start talking about Easter that the student celebrates it or is okay with you talking about it. But Easter has that good sound that a lot of my students are working on. And then you could make a list of the different items you have and see what sounds are prevalent within the items of your fairy garden. A really fun sensory experience. So if you have students that maybe they're working on sensory goals, you know, they could touch the soil, they could touch little items, some of the plants. So those are just some of my ideas for how you could use this in speech language. For my SLPs out there and for any of my creatives out there, you could probably think of even more things to do with it. And if you do, pop those ideas in the comments below, or you can DM me. So I hope this was a fun experience for you, learning about my fairy garden, how to make your own fairy garden, how you could use fairy gardens in speech therapy. Again, happy Easter to everyone that celebrates. Happy spring for those that don't. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and see you next time. Bye-bye.